For this Max Stats episode, we're gonna look into the past. Yes, the oldest videos. I have been accused of not being organized enough. And another shady thing. That probably I shouldn't mention in the first 30 seconds. What I should mention in 30 seconds is this meme that I found very quickly.
This is only one drawer.
Oh yeah. I believe that. I believe that this whole room is just makeup on your face thing. Just a beauty room. Absolutely. Is this a flex, by the way, or is this like the most miserable existence of a human being that feels ugly all the time? Oh my god. We're gonna be talking about organizing. With the Z. With the Z, bro. Shut up, Discord, with a Z. Not S. Not Kalur. Shut the fuck up, Discord. We're basically sometimes being gaslit into making wrong decisions. So organizing yourself good habits is the most important start. It doesn't even matter if your room is not clean. If your room does not get into your way, then it's clean enough, unfortunately. What has to happen is you have to have clean habits, organized habits, first and foremost. And what's, came into as a discussion is that I need to organize my channel to some extent because the girl was lost into what is the most important thing on my channel. Well, this is an important thing. I have this technology built of floating buttons, bro. Like, how do you not see that? I thought that was important. So, I don't know. It's still a little bit of a tricky discussion whether I organize things or not. I let things organize by default, like sand falls into a pile of sand. And only the greatest of the greatest videos of what actually people care about will become the narrative. That's how things are organized in real life. Not by my personal achievements, but sometimes an achievement can be... Well, I actually accidentally clicked on an achievement. I received a message from a big YouTuber. I think that's an achievement. I have looked into Temple OS, just typed it in as a keyword, and I got a lot of views. Meaning that I connected with the topic of Temple OS, of like, this is kind of like a very similar thing. These floaty things, like an OS enhancing. I could actually do it one more time because Influence Tracker has changed significantly. Influence Tracker 4 is going to come out. 3 has been announced, but the girl in my Discord is like, well, you haven't actually announced it loud enough, so I didn't quite hear it. Nobody heard it. Nobody cares about Influence Tracker. Alright, the most popular videos is the way for you to organize of what is the most important thing in the world, and I am not it, okay? I'm not doing God's work right now to be able to be the most important. Except one time, when I released a trailer, when I released the storyline, then I was important. This is how I organize my thought process. That this popular thing automatically organizes me as a human being, and I don't actually have to do anything. I just have to keep throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks, because what sticks is actually interesting. It ends up being very interesting. One of the most recent shit that sticks moments is Lithuanian national selection. I fucking screamed to get as many views. Squeeze that bitch, bro. And it worked. And I am passionate about this thing. And I like having a passion organized and up here on the wall of shitty things being thrown. But some of them are not as shitty as I thought they are. Okay? Some of them naturally stand out. It's a natural selection. Here you go, bro. Not national, natural. Here you go. Of what other people resonate will be decided whether you should care about it or not. Alright? And so far, me creating things, which is stressful and very difficult to relate to, me creating things is not it. People don't care that much right now. They want a finished product. It doesn't matter how long it will take. It will take 8 years. They want a finished product. They care about hightail. Yes, it's a disaster, but people care about you taking the time, you getting those 8 years while nobody's focusing on you in particular. When people are focusing on hightail, it is a disgrace to not give what people want. People want something. They just want something. They're so passionate about talking about some fucking, you know, 1 minute of gameplay where there's nothing happening, just like you enter a room and leave a room. It's crazy. People are so passionate about like tiny details, and we get nothing out of hightail community. So the best way to organize yourself is through what is popular, not what you happen to miss out and feel bad about. I feel like there's something shady going on with this female. Okay, not only she had to first introduce herself, but then it's like, oh, you like the 11-year-old girl. Like she kind of frames me, in that light. It's Rebecca Black photo that looked cute when she was 11. Who cares? Maybe she was 11. Actually, it's almost impossible to fucking figure out anymore. Because, yeah, I care about Jewel. That's how I call her. Because that's a lot easier to call by one name, not by 27. Oh, it's Rebecca Black, the Friday girl. That collaborated with Katy Perry. That's the full name, guys. It's Jewel. Any person that I care about, they can turn themselves into a child. I will still like them. That's how it works, guys. Search for that drama content somewhere else, please, because you're not gonna fucking find it. Ah, yes, the girly thing of just like, I gotta go now. We can pretend that this is also the same thing of organizing, cleaning, and trying not to associate too much with people you don't like, basically. But you can still subscribe and follow people from afar if they're doing something interesting. I don't know. And it makes sense that women show up when drama happens, when they see something shady and just want to poke insecurities and see what happens next. It is still very weird behavior, I'm not gonna lie. They're still living in their own worlds. And taking advice directly from women is a little bit weird thing to do. But it's also good that she's leaving because, like, bros want to be left alone and cry about their shitty relationships instead of having hopes and dreams that, wow, there's a girl in our Discord. Wow, that's crazy. I guess it brings up a point of, like, association organizing. Because you need to spend some amount of time with your friends and ask certain questions. Some obligations you have to people you associate are either going to be good or bad, right? And it's either going to save you time or waste you time. I personally like when people work for me. Reason why I have this on the screen is actually pretty interesting. Sometimes organizing is making sure an event happens after something else happens. So if I summon a grid, probably nothing should happen. But if I play with the grids for long enough to get like 100 points, maybe I should actually be able to see that because I might want it. I often do want to see the score. Right? So the score just spawns automatically. Which may have been difficult to do previously, but now I can do it. And anytime I can make myself more efficient, it is organized behavior to do so. Another misorganized behavior is having all these like borders, white borders. And I think it like triggers OCD in people when this shit happens. So I have to always double check, you know. Do we have white borders? Is everything on the screen? Is everything good? Because like the windows start shaking like this. Like it gets fucking ugly. And this could give me like, I don't know, 10% more views. And 10% more views can be significant and can attract a person that would stick around. I did not get to know Aiko until now. Until now, she realized, oh shit, you know? Today is gonna be the day that I care about this person, right? Like this, it does happen. So just being a nice and organized and attractive is good long term, I would say. It's also good long term when everyone knows how to use your channel. What thing to click on? Because, yeah, most of the time you're going to click on something and it's just me speaking. So technically, all you have to do is overanalyze the thumbnails. They kind of tell half the story, all right, of what I'm up to, what's idea I'm trying to, crack into. Otherwise, if you're looking for a very specific thing from my past, where I was like a tacky person creating things, yeah, that person has been buried alive, unfortunately. I want to be a YouTuber, an influencer, and I got myself hooked, because this is not it. This is more of a storyline that has been promoted. People are caring about story more than me working very hard. All right, this is technically like 3 years anniversary. It's a story of, yeah, I worked for a certain amount of time. I released something. People want to download it. Great, but it's not exactly. I don't even know how much I actually show here. I go through the tutorial basically. Because people need to know the tutorial, so they will be watching the video. It's pretty fucking basic. They need to get introduced. They need to get a boost in how to play the game, a kickstart for themselves, and they watched it. So it's actually the most popular, still not quite a tacky video, not me flexing of like I've done this and that, basically. I've done it already. I've made a map and I'm showing people how to play it. The only time I was trying to flex and I got tremendous amount of haters saying that, no, you haven't. No, you haven't invented a faster method for sorting because the fastest method is already invented. And it's like, are you fucking stupid? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I want to even implement it, which is a step further that nobody actually fucking did. People can invent like sorting methods, but nobody actually like implemented it yet. And by the way, my method is so unique that it should be actually treated as a completely different method when it shows all these sorting methods. It should be discussed. And nobody really picked it up right now. Nobody asked about it yet, but it's there, Maybe someone will change their mind and be like, shit, there's that guy that did that, and it's just like, I need to know everything about it because that could be fucking tremendous, right? It could still happen. It's unlikely, but it's a big deal on my channel, right? It's organized to be what's top 20 video. And I bragged not just once, but 3 times. I bragged 3 times trying to squeeze into this public consciousness. But something was missing, right? And when I will use this algorithm to render in a much faster way than most people render, and I already used it. I already had great results. I'm already using it to organize every single one of these buttons in Influence Tracker. And when I say one of these buttons, I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds. And hundreds. And yeah, you have all these influences. Yep. It's a lot. And they organized in a snap. Based on their influence. Because my sorting method is great. You will not notice lag nothing, bro. I let other people decide what is important, and then I organize my brain based on what is important. And when, a random girl shows up and shows, has to actually unveil her personality and her interest, and it's like, you know, it's like a very awkward thing when they're just late to the party, it feels like. And if you're late to the party, congrats. At least you click this video and maybe you know what to do next. But yeah, organizing associations is also important. Asking questions of people you care about, of what's up, completely relevant. Following up and organizing. I already organized like all these buttons. They mean something, right? They are influences in my life. I started organizing my life like 3 years ago. When I had invention of influence tracker puts down on the table, that's when I started. All right. You can find some of the videos on the influence tracker. I probably have to put them in a playlist, right? Yeah, it sucks. Like, people didn't actually resonate with, like, I've done this cool thing. Nope. They just didn't get it, bro. So sometimes it's important to actually trick people. Yep, trick people. In this video in particular, this video was blowing up more than this one. Guess why? Because I'm trying to trick people. I'm trying to put something up front to get something that counts as a view first. All right? To get one view in YouTube, you actually have to trick a person to watch 30 seconds of your content. And if you're not tricking the other person, guess what? You might be losing that important view that could have been registered as a view, but the person watched 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and they were like turned off the moment you started speaking, the moment you started introducing your own world and your own concepts and your own ideas into things, and you're not talking memes, just trying to be serious now, and it turns people off. You have to, for 30 seconds, you have to be squeaky clean and squeaky organized with some cool shit to show. The rest of the video can be whatever the fuck you want. But to count even as a view, as a YouTube view, you have to captivate your audience for 30 seconds. And that's a fucking rule that nobody told me before. It's crazy. Even people with IQ don't actually tell me that this is like literally the most important rule, is to captivate your audience for at least 30 seconds, bro. Because number go up actually matters. There's not even a fucking thumbnail, bro. What if I type in 30 seconds? What if I type in 30? Right? In under 30 seconds. Yeah. Under, as if that's good thing. Like, literally, I found something so powerful that I should make a video about it. Because vidIQ has failed to do that. I keep finding things that I want to, like, lock in and capture. And a female who's trying to, like, misorganize me in a way is still a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. And she's gonna leave. It's great. We don't need her around, unfortunately. So you can see how, like, a female came with, like, 2 complaints, right? And I sort of counter them fairly quickly. The best way to also organize yourself, that I found, is to be able to destroy drama, like obliterate drama, at least within yourself, because drama is always like, do you feel guilty? Do you feel guilty? And it's like, nope. Nope, I feel fine. If you really care about it, dig in. I don't care. I don't care, dude. And people will attempt to dig in, and maybe they will dig up something crazy, and maybe they will see you deleting videos and whatnot of like, we're getting you. You're getting caught, aren't you? If you guilty, you wouldn't delete video. Ha ha ha. If you're not doing anything shady, you wouldn't hide any evidence. Fucking YouTube is hiding more evidence than I am. Right now, my channel is actually going through a dormant period. Probably I'm a little bit nerfed because of this. There's an image YouTube found, and they're like, this girl has shady liquid on her face. we have decided. Oh yeah, this a very old video that you made. I don't know why we care, but we have we have decided to give you a strikey strike that you never had before. 2.5 years old video. Isn't that beautiful, YouTube? Oh yeah, and it was definitely in the middle of like a 2 month, 2 hour video. Okay, 2 hour video has one picture in the middle that I wasn't fucking promoting. I just needed context for what I was watching because it was about hentai. All right, it was literally about hentai, and it's just like the most pointless thing ever. You can literally AI generates right now. It's this late in the game. You can generate some crazy shit now. That's way worse. You can literally generate celebrities doing things that you want them to do. I mean, okay, but that's fine, right? That's a completely fine. So obviously, the YouTube standards and automated standards are also gonna get you unorganized and gonna get you panicky. It gets scary because like maybe I could have get like 50% more views on these videos, but they still make it to the top, so it works for me. So you all of a sudden like you're actually looking for tricks more than you're looking for like to please your audience. You actually want to trick your audience that you're doing the right thing. You want to escape drama and the claws of drama and the claws of women be like, oh, I think I will have a grip on this person and what's not. It's like, you gotta escape that shit. Maybe she was just like slowly getting not interested and, lost her grip. And if you lose her, if a female loses her grip, then you just gotta let go, Just gotta let go. Can't do nothing. It becomes increasingly dangerous to try and hold something, ownership of something for women. Who knows, right? We just got a completely new thing, and I also have to organize this into my life somehow, into my brain. Of course, I will not be organized. It's basically impossible. But right now, we're exploring the topic, right? Of what could I possibly do to improve myself? Like, nothing actually controversial is happening in my life, if you really think about it. The only thing you can bother me about is that I'm burying important things that maybe not even worth talking about because I bury them. And it's like, okay, that's not gonna switch my priorities and my passions and interesting things about me. You have to get that from the source, which is why I allow people to go into Discord, and it's your responsibility to, organize your mind about me. So it's technically your responsibility to bitch and moan and like, yeah, I'll think about it. It's whatever. It's whatever. It felt a little bit way too much of like, oh, I want this particular thing, and since you're doing all these random things, I couldn't actually find that particular thing. Yeah, because it's not a business. If you want to make it into a business, it's also your responsibility to actually work on it alongside with me, to fucking slap you in the face and tell me why it's so important for me to focus on something, right? And maybe I'll agree. People actually, yeah, people forget how responsible they can be. All right. My mom could also be organizing her goddamn room. Because she has all these things. It looks clean on a surface level, but it's definitely not organized. It's not overly organized. I like that she wants to make things clean, but I don't like that things could be better. When all she does is, live in her room. If you live in your room, like you should organize it to the max. Not only that, we have two locations where we live, and there are books in the other location, which you probably would be able to, read and analyze and extract some information. She likes reading books, like whatever, right? Optimize that behavior. Self improvement and organizing is not does not quite get together very well, unfortunately. Especially when things just happen naturally. And this could probably happen naturally as well in many other situations, not in this particular where YouTube is organizing by most popular. For a long time, these buttons didn't even exist, which was fucking panic attack for me as a YouTube CEO, bro. Watching YouTube not have these buttons at all. Holy shit, man. We're in Instagram where we literally have to scroll down to see the very first post, where it's a privilege to see the first post. I mean, holy crap. That was scary, but we got those buttons back. We sort of get to see how many views all of these things got, and obviously, because I was a founder of the internet, I came very early, but I didn't had anything to show besides like my screen, right? So I jumped into doing a little programming project. Then I was like, I actually want Skyrim. I want Skyrim Adventure. I want to feel like I make all of these characters race, and all of these characters gonna have their personalities and gonna get to a certain point in the game, and then eventually get assaulted or whatever. And it to this day, I think it's a fucking badass concept. I just couldn't actually quite do it properly, right? But you slowly stack self-improvement to the point where you can do something pretty well. Not mind-blowing. You don't have to be mind-blowing, but you can do it pretty well, and I would still like it. You know, if it was easy to do, I would do it. Or instead of playing card games, I would see how long can a class survive running around the entire Skyrim basically in a circle. So yeah, I was filled with good ideas. Like this was a good idea, and it would still be a good idea if I could let it live its life. And if it got enough fans, we probably have to make a dedicated YouTube channel for it, right? Now, one thing I do agree with, and it's YouTube's problem, is like organized tabs. I want my own buttons. All right, I want nostalgia button where I can organize these things into the most nostalgic things. Then I'm just exploring, like bumping into like a survival games ninja content. If that was the last thing I clicked on, I want to organize on like what is the most oldest video that's still like interesting to me, or just like I talked about the Skyrim race thing. You know, I find it interesting right now in this particular moment, and I want everyone to know. So nostalgia button, like all kind of buttons can be created to represent an organized material that if you want to keep up with what the coolest things that I've done, what the greatest achievements I have done, there would be a tab for that. Like, of course, YouTube itself can take the responsibility for organizing things a little bit better, or giving us a little bit more control. When people like, yeah, you can click playlist. It's actually crap. This is crap. Oh boy. It's also very hard to like pull up and down these playlists based on relevancy, right? So YouTube is messing up this whole situation with the tabs, and like they're $1 billion company, billions and billions of people are using this thing, and they have such an unorganized, such a shitty interface. Where if you're a professional user like myself, I'm a YouTube CEO, I'm like as professional as fucking gets. I want these buttons. I want to feel special, for me entering a channel to be a special experience for me. If playlists are important, they will also be here, like important playlist or whatever, to check out. You can add as much advertisement here as you want to make your channel actually pop out. Right now, I just would be like watching most popular videos. What if you need a tab for newbies? Of like, maybe people don't really are into your content. Maybe you're actually creating a little bit of content for people just discovering you, basically. Just trying to get to know you, right? The possibilities are endless when the technology changes, not me. I'm not the problem. I probably don't have to change that much. We just all have to like collectively agree that we're all using technology mostly for fun. We're trying to be happy and what's not and stress free. If I had all these tabs, I would easily be able to convey information that this is the most important thing right now. And yeah, she checked my Twitter and found fucking weird shit that I liked on Twitter. And I pretty much did that on purpose because I don't know what to do with my Twitter account. I don't know how to, manage my social media that much. I personally, as a leader, like I'm obligated to know as many things as possible. So I'm juggling like 1,000 concepts at any given time. I have to vomit out videos so the concept gets locked in and I capture it. I capture my thought process and at least make a memory out of it. It's a lot easier to look back into the past and be like, yep, I've done that. I thought about this thing. I still remember. There's vivid colors representing something. In fact, I use Discord to organize things as well. Something like this, where every single insight I ever had is put into one big, channel. I've accumulated crazy amount. Like, bro, you want to travel 1 year of crazy insights? Well, we traveled 4 months. Congratulations. Like, it's tough. So I just keep piling and piling, keep finding things about life that I'm interested in. I would be able to read this, but I just keep moving forward. It's very difficult to organize your life unless you're dying, you know? Organize yourself in a fucking funeral. Not now. Now you actually have to keep moving forward and find concepts that people care about. That's what I would say to myself. That's what I would say to my younger self, too. Of just like, go fast. Don't look back. Don't organize shit. Organizing actually takes more time. Organizing takes more time than it saves. Alright? So, this is why this page, let's call these pages, they're not necessarily organized. I just have it because I have this particular niche, this particular need to throw stuff in there to collect. So collection is, by definition, by itself, is organized behavior, right? A collection, you open up a collection. Then the next thing that I do on Discord, for the most part, is I opened up this collection of just like ideas that I'm kind of fleshing out, right? It's topics that I care about, topics that are relevant for me at the given moment. Whether I'm researching fucking noise cancellation bullshit or just bitching about women, right? Or just something goes viral on my channel and I want to share some thoughts. That helps me at least calm myself down. It's not organized behavior. Well, it is, because there's a page dedicated for something, right? So I try to use technology as best as I can. I think I'm maxed out on that. Like, I'm maximum organized. And it's very difficult to actually improve on that aspect. I need to be organized. I need to have my thoughts go into a direct place where they belong. But if something dies, it dies. Eventually, I will try and save concepts that did not get enough views, that were not appreciated enough. I will try and save these concepts. Again, this will happen in Influence Tracker version 4. You'll be able to play this game. I love this shit. Why are people not obsessed about it? I don't know, man. Do you not see it? Do you not see the appeal of like playing another Tetris addicting phone game? Did you not have the experience of doing so? Because I got addicted to it, and it's fucking awesome. These like little tiny phone games that really reduce your stress as well. So we talked about stress. This is one of the ways to fucking distance yourself from stupid shit happening around you. It's not just gaming, but it's tiny gaming. Fucking toilets. Gaming on the toilets, right? This is as addicting as like TikToks. And I wish there was a whole website dedicated to these like tiny games that could be endlessly played. Tetris would be the front runner of these type of games because we were addicted. This was promoted to be the most popular thing in Tetris, right? So there's so many ideas. I am moving in fucking lightning speed. I can't stop even say hi to a female who's trying to say like, oh, you need to fix that and that about your appearance or whatever, right? I'm sorry, bro. Your responsibility, ask me questions. What you care about, because we're moving lightning speed. You don't understand. What you care about is important. I will listen to you. You also have an organized brain towards things that you care about. You see? This is why we need communication. Communication is the best way to organize things. As communication, and you have certain amount of self-esteem towards certain amount of things, and you come to me, you ask these questions, and everything becomes clear. You don't have to bitch about it. No offense for a particular person, but this is a very interesting type of behavior, right? That people would have, and people do attack me of not like taking time to script my videos, that these videos are too long and what's not. That's a basic bitch behavior as well. Because if I move lightning speed, I don't have time for scripts. I don't have time to think which sentence would I rather have, right? Again, organizing takes so much time, more than it saves. Who knows if I would be successful if I organize myself carefully, because there's a lot of people who already do that. It already makes me insecure to try and follow them as my, guiding light of what I should do with my channel. I should just do essays, very scripted, very researched essays. Like, it drains me of like, there's no way. And I don't even like these essays sometimes, the way people do it. I like when a person is real and he's like, what is my cat doing? What the fuck is happening here? That's drama. That's like real shit. I don't like when people organize themselves too much to the point where they just sound like robots. So we're sort of realizing that organizing is not a good idea. You have to keep yourself clean and not be distracted and organize as much as you can to make sure that everything goes into the right place and there's no clutter accumulating. Otherwise, you move as fast as you can. The moment you feel you're clean from all the distractions, you're going forward. I organize myself even like what I can pick 2 dramas at a given year, and as long as I capture the right drama and I align myself to like the most popular drama, like I'm gonna be very satisfied. I don't have to cover some other crazy shit, right? So K-pop drama was happening, literally happening, while I decided to do it. And Deadmau5 drama was happening. I was discovering new crazy things. And it worked. It locked into place. It's beautiful. I pick 2 dramas every single year. I pick Powerpuffs every single year. Like there's a lot of shit to organize, okay? And some of these things you don't give a fuck about, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about it. My priority list is different than yours, which is again why I invite people to do the same thing and ask me what they care about. And maybe I should care about it more, right? Unfortunately, organizing is not one of those things. You can't just expect things out of me. By all means, please. Until you voice your expectations, then we can talk about it. And I might even do an exclusive video like this. That's a very deep topic that I thought would actually appeal to Max Stats, but is actually an idea that I have to reject. Being organized and having organized behavior is great, but organizing what's already messy, that's a mess, bro. That's a mess to clean and worry about, and it's just not worth it. That's why you just keep moving forward no matter what you leave behind, unfortunately. When I run out of ideas, I will look back, and the best thing to do for any YouTube channel is to try and revive and make people interested by force on the things that you have covered and also have similar interest. I might not be willing to revive something that has a #1 on it, because it's part of a drama cycle, right? It's the first video you would want to watch of my perspective of like how I discover K-pop drama. Where do I put my foundations, and how do I put my foundations on it? Because it's still happening right now. The first few episodes of Max Stats, I wouldn't care whether people watch it or not. Just there's sometimes a sentimental thing that is being lost, like a Vortex year, being lost. This survival guide being lost, like it actually hurts. I would want to revive these concepts if it's possible, but I would have to still rethink of how I want to introduce them to the public. Or they have been introduced over and over again, and no one needs to click on that thing anymore directly, because I just incorporate these ideas into future videos a little bit more, because people ignored it, and I don't like that. Sometimes I don't like. So this is a lot. All right, and I love it so much, just digging in onto like what is relevant for people, what people found fascinating. You should care about it too. You should normalize yourself and keep your expectations to just, what's popular. It will make my life easier, okay? It will broaden your perspective on all the possibilities. It will not. It will disallow you to look at me as like some kind of slave, some kind of tool, some kind of future husband who's going to make a lot of money. Like, fuck off that. Fuck that shit, okay? Keep your expectations low. Keep your perspective wide. That's much more important than organizing and worrying about putting things in the boxes very neatly so everyone understands where to find things when they look from the outside. I can't do it. I need these new tabs. If I was YouTube CEO ordering people to follow my orders, if people followed my orders, okay? Because I am YouTube CEO. But if people followed my orders, I would order this to happen immediately right now. It's immediately important to find like drama tab. Give me a drama tab, okay? What is the most dramatic shit that ever happened on my channel? Because we can sort of relatively see it, but maybe a dude wants to dig. What's the relatively thing that's like, which would blow my mind? Maybe it's a fucking Disney star, forced to a regular labor, normie labor, or just her transformation is interesting. Maybe it's when I disliked Ariana's new album. Maybe that's dramatic. Who the fuck knows, right? I would have a drama tab, I would be a lot happier. Instead, you have to click playlist, you have to find the drama tab, and you don't even know if it's important or not. Just, it's weird. It's not my fault. I swear. And sometimes it's just difficult to actually put everything together. Like, women like that shit. They, like, have Facebook profiles. They have social media profiles that organize that shit real hard. Real hardcore. And guess what? Who are the winners? I always appreciate women who make 17K posts, bro, on Instagram. There is a person that I found that did that, and I'm like, okay, that's good. That's the best female right there. She doesn't give a fuck to stop. She just keeps pumping. Is that no? It's Orianthe, I guess. I'll find her again because that was fucking knockout blow, and it's just a beautiful thing where a person doesn't really care what they post. They just do it and just like sift through the trash. You find something you like. Congratulations. In this case, there's an opportunity for you to contact me and report if there's something you like that you liked before, you were my fan for a long time. You should be a parent. A person shouldn't be just like knowing me for like 7, 8 years and only now saying hello. That is absurd. That is unorganized behavior. You have an association and you don't care to actually appreciate it for what it is, right? So everyone is to blame when it comes to organizing. The worst thing about life is how unorganized people really are and how they don't have good priorities, how they don't have good habits and behavior and interesting, ways to interact with these people where it becomes progressive, it becomes helpful. As a man, you get all this rejection shit going on at you that you have to deal with, and how do I organize this shit? It's just shit happens constantly, and you try to collect the most meaningful parts that happen in your life. You try to build memories as best as you can, and that's usually the most important part. The fact that I release Influence Tracker is something you have to actually worry about yourselves, unfortunately. All right? When I will release Influence Tracker 4, you have to figure out yourselves. It's actually better that you don't know because you have to check out my channel every now and then to see what I'm up to. All right? Keep yourself updated. Get yourself a list of things that you want to update yourself every now and then. Have this special month of the year. Organize yourselves. Yeah, fuck yourself, am I right? Organize yourself. It's literally a way to get back at these fucking haters of you say I'm not organized, organize yourself, bitch. Literally, you need to get back on and update yourself on other people and not come to my Discord and be like, "Oh, you liked a little girl." And that's the reason why I came here. But okay, there's more reasons that I want to see what's going on actually. Oh, okay. It gets so fucking shady and stupid. Organize yourself. Don't get caught in the same situation where it feels like, what the fuck are you doing? Where it feels like sus is happening right now. The reason why you care is sus as fuck. The reason why you care about other people is super sus. Oh, you care about this person because he died. Isn't that the most sus bullshit ever? This is one of those things that you really need to organize about yourself because you don't want to be sus. Alright? Don't just care about someone when they die. Alright? It's over. If someone died and you didn't care about them before they died, unfortunately, you don't have the authority to care about them now that they're dead, okay? Now, you could be associated with close people to a person who died. So, with Susan Wojcicki, it's all good. I became YouTube CEO and then she dies. Very normal behavior, okay? It's very normal. It's very normal for things like that to happen in the world of power, all right? If there's more powerful person, the other person probably dies. I don't know, man. Bad things happen to you when you lose power, lose grip on power. Shouldn't have done that. It's her consent. I don't care. But I became YouTube CEO 1 year prior to Susan Wojcicki just disappearing into the abyss. When it comes, there is one more guy, which is Cameron Boyce. Now, I don't care about other guys most of the time, especially if it's just other guy actors. But because he was co-actor with Dove Cameron, I'm like, who's this guy? What happened to him? You know, I can still not look sus when I am investigating and digging the dirt of this Disney person collapsing and kind of throwing shade on the clean Disney carpet. Like all of a sudden, things get really awkward. This guy died way too fucking young, doesn't he? Like all of us, this is interesting. And it's not like it's me showing up to a funeral and be like, oh yeah, I care because he died, right? What? What's wrong with that? Huh? Yeah, when someone leaves, like, there's a lot of sus people who actually started caring about me when I disappeared. And people are like, something happened. And I was warning people, like, yeah, police is gonna take me away and keep me for like 6 months. It was 13 months. It killed a year. And people were roaching around, theorizing under my feet this whole time in my Discord of like, oh, what's going on? We have to contact his mom and whatnot and all that shit now that he's gone. No, dude, you would have a much better time interacting with people while they're still alive and well. Have you fucking tried that? You know, this is what organizing is all about. Now, I can't do it because I don't have anyone, and I am sort of like a loudspeaker. But I would like, you know, if I have a friend, I will try and like tangle some kind of, you know, traditional day of like, let's watch Eurovision together. Let's discuss this drama together. When I get 1,000 views, let's discuss this event. So this is why I'm like loudly broadcasting anything that I'm interested in case someone tangles in into all these topics that I care about, and then we can be attached to it. Anytime something like that happens, we can discuss it together. Like you will be invited, and I will poke you maybe sometimes to share your opinions, right? Being organized in every single aspect is literally impossible. But wanting to have organized collections of things to make sure like there's less noise happening. If I was posting this shit in the main chat box, it would be a mess. People wouldn't understand. Like this is for chatting, for people, they come in, they introduce themselves, we talk about one topic and something happens and they disappear forever, never to be seen again. It's horrifying, guys. What am I gonna do? We interact 1 day, 2 days, but then it kind of like turns into nothing. Who knows? Maybe someone is actually gonna hang around for long enough and respect me for long enough that it becomes a real relationship. I don't know. But that happens, bro. Female comes in. Oh, I have to go, guys. Oh, okay. That sucked this whole time, I guess. Females act the same way that men feel about females of like, after we have sex, Miss Female, you have to go. You just gotta go, like, I'm not attracted to you anymore. Fuck that shit. But I don't even feel that way. I feel like, you know, after sex, if it happens, because I think I can, even though I'm still a virgin, I can still talk about it, right? Female would still lay in bed and I would just be happy, you know? It's like it happens. We spend the day together. Yeah, you can leave the next day, you know, and do your thing. An adventure continues. For all of us. They call it one night stand, dude. Mm-hmm. But you better not be bitter right after. It's like fucking some people cry after sex, really? Mm. I don't know, man. It's a weird thing that I never experienced. I don't even know if this is relevant for people. But there's a lot of random things happening in life, and I just happen to want to report them right now, currently. And I feel like on a run right now. Even though I don't get many views, I can't control myself, guys. What do I do? Clearly not organizing. I'll tell you something very interesting. There's one more particular way to organize things, and we have seen in the start of the video something quite fascinating, right? I'll address this elephant in the room.
One drawer.
Elefante. Absolutely. One drawer of a rich person. Ugly. Why would you put on so much makeup on your face, layers and layers of makeup, and then wear glasses? Like, does that make sense? Glasses literally take up half of your face. Half of your contours, basically. I don't know, man. It's fucking stupid. But you know what I think? If you miss something in life, and you can't find it. Now, keys are important. They should be utmost importance. They should be right next to you. You should always be able to find your fucking keys, or like the most important items you have to have in a specific box where they always stay in that place. Organizing that shit where you always find the most important things, great. But if you miss something in life, like scissors, like not relevant things, then you can just buy another fucking pair. Just fucking buy another pair. If you run out of battery on one device, buy the second device so you have a second battery while the other fucking device is charging. You have to organize yourself so you're never missing anything. Okay? Neither do you miss, should you miss people and just discover them after they're dead, you know? It actually happened, like my dad was confronted by like, oh, she's dead, so it's over, dude. You can't do nothing. I was traveling with my dad and he was confronted. I was like, yeah, the person you're looking for is dead. It's over, dude. So buy another one. Don't think about this is good investment, I tell you. Oh, you're gonna lose scissor after scissors after scissor. You have to clean your room and whatnot. Eventually, you'll have bought so many scissors that you just have to clean your room a little bit, and you'll find 3 of them back into your collection of scissors that you had to, or a collection of things that you have been missing this whole life. And eventually, you'll realize that scissors are so important that you have to put them in a specific fucking place and never lose them. But overall, this is a good just principle to have, right? If you're missing something, then you have to reorganize yourself, not me. Okay? So many hours would you spend searching in this pile of fucking garbage for a specific item? Are you kidding me? Don't do that, don't do that. I've spent way too many times searching. It's like, what the fuck is this, man? And you're just searching for some insignificant item. Just go outside and buy it. Searching for socks? Special color socks? Like, are you stupid, bro? No, don't do none of these things. Just buy another pair. And do what actually would potentially make you money. What potentially would push you forward in life. What potentially would make you happier. Searching for things that ain't gonna be fucking make you happier. But organizing your room so you always find everything is fucking dream to have. It's an unachievable dream. And this is where I end this topic, my friends. I explored it. Max stats out. We have figured out a few things here and there. And anytime I miss scissors, I have to buy them. What? Bro, I have to buy news. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Jesus Christ. You should not miss your children. You should not miss your keys. You should not miss your documents. You know what's up, right? But if you miss some kind of insignificant item, fuck that shit, you know? The moment you miss like 10 items in a row, yeah, you have to clean your fucking room or something. You gotta reorganize a few things. But until then, never forget the main advice that I keep hammering is keep going forward. Thank you for watching. Alright? Stop this organizing thing. Evil. Don't listen to women. They don't understand nothing, bro.